How's it going, dudes and dudettes? You glorious rapscallion bastards. The name's FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves. I can't wait for another person to tell me I pronounced that completely wrong. Well, in any case, I hope you guys are having a good one. In today's video, we're going to take the time to go do a couple of different things, but we're going to have a conversation about should you basically C6 your characters. So without further ado, grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink, take a seat at the table, and let's play a card game. That is called Wuthering Waves. All right, it's not a card game. All right, I know this. All right, I was trying to make it, sound kind of epic, like Kaiba would do in Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, let's play a children's card game. It didn't come out quite well, but hey, it's what it is. So yeah, today's topic is pretty much all about should we, be getting duplications for our characters when we're summoning. Especially with all the new characters coming out. And I'm gonna be completely honest, no, the too long ago short version of it is you don't have to. All right, what you should be doing when it comes down to characters that you are interested in, I would suggest 100% that you focus on the characters that you're very interested in. Like you see Chang Li right here, okay? With Chang Li, if I wasn't too interested in making her a main DPS, she would have been, a summon 3. C3. I don't know why I don't even know why they call it like C6, C thing. I call it summons, right? Like, in all honesty, if you take a look at it, right? What you gotta do is you gotta look very carefully at the character. So, and you can, I'll put it like this, before you even summon a character or anything, you can always come here to gallery when the updates come through, go to crossing stars, and then when they do an update, this is going to update to where you'll be able to see the character before you have it right here, and you can straight up get the resonance chain right here. And then what you should do is you should take a quick look at each one of the resonance chains. So, summon 1, summon 2, 3, 4, 5, and, all the way to right there, 6. Okay. Let me take a sip. So the idea is that, what are your plans with the character? What are you planning to do with the character in all honesty? And how much money are you willing to spend? Because I'll put it like this. If you're free to play, you're going to have to skip characters. Okay. You're legitimately going to have to skip characters because if you're going to try to summon 6 a character like Chang Li, I would have said you need to skip, GN, Jin Shi, and put all your effort into Chang Li in order to even get close or even possible to get to summon 6. Now, like, let's say, for example, you looked at Chang Li. Money's not an option in a sense, but you're not going to use her as a main DPS. Where's a good stopping point? Well, you should read, you see like right here, Chang Li's damage dealt 10%, resistance interruption. Her crit rate goes up 25% for 8 seconds. Her alt damage goes by 80%. And then intro cast, all team members get 20 to 30 for 30 seconds. Flame and sacrifice, 50% damage dealt. And then we have the 40% target defense that's like being ignored when dealing damage. If I was not worried when Chang Li was first announced to actually go ahead and summon her, and I just wanted, I just wanted a couple of copies, I maybe would have not actually duped anything. But all honesty, I would say, well, make her, useful to some of the teams that I would make her, a sub DPS on. I would have probably stopped at a summon 2 or summon 3. It is basically what you're looking at is what is the additional perks that's going to benefit your team. That's all. So then it gives you a goal to outline. And the way I would summon, in all complete honesty, is that you get the character first. You don't worry about getting a second copy right now. You come over here, you summon for whatever character is on the banner that you want. If you want Chang-Li, you're going for it. You're putting all your effort into getting Chang-Li. You get Chang-Li, you switch it over to the weapon, you get at least one copy of the weapon. In some cases, you maybe want to get like 2 or 3 copies of the weapon, but getting at least just minimum 1, even if you're summon 6ing the character, is the best option you can do. So you summon her once, you go to the weapon, and then you go back to this banner, and then you summon as much as you can on the banner. As much as you want to, let's put it that way. You see, like, here's a character in particular, Jianxi. I want one thing about this character, and the gacha gods have been fucking with me so fucking hard, because I have not been able to pull her except for 1 additional time. So we've only gotten her twice. But in all honesty, for where I would like to have her at, I would be perfectly fine at a summon 2, and I'm done. I'm done. That's all I want. So when Zeishi comes in, I'm hoping playing the gambling game will get me another copy of her, and then that way we can get Calming Air to be done another time. So that way we can have 2 Calming Airs. I'm perfectly fine with that. I would love to get, you know, possibly even up to summon 3 later on in the future, but I would be perfectly fine sticking her here. That is the game. The game is to get an idea, especially when it comes to the signature characters to summon. You know, where do I want the signature character at? GN was one we summoned 6 because the gacha game fucking said, fuck you, this is what you're getting. I want fucking 50-50s. I got dupes on the character with pulls, and when the game first came out, and it just basically gave me GN. And oh boy. Prime example, Yinlin. I didn't want to spend much money on Yinlin. And what ended up happening here is that I actually just said, you know what? I wanted to stop at summon 3. I don't care about spending more because Chang-Li was announced, Jinshi was announced. I would be perfectly fine with her at summon 3. Well, I won 2 copies for the last pull, so I got lucky, and we were able to pull for the last 2 like this right here. So our Forte Judgment Strike hits attack. The target attack team members, you know, get a 20% increase for 12 seconds, which is great. But I looked at it, I said, well, you know what? In the future case scenario, I may want to try to make her a main DPS. At summon 3, the Forte circuit with the damage multiplier being increased by 55% tells me that this is a good decent point to get to make her an est. The idea of going ahead and doing all this, that would have been great. Yeah, I'll wait for a rerun. I'm looking at budget. I'm looking at what's going to save me money. So a summon 3 was fine, but then, like I said, we got 2 copies in 1 pull. So then guess what? We got 4. So we just got 5 and 6 left to go when the rerun comes. That's actually pretty damn good. When it came to my Jinshi, I only went additionally for 1 more. I was originally going to go for 2, you know, restore 50 condescents, staying out of combat for more than 4 seconds. But when I realized that this actually did not work the way I thought it was going to work, meaning that originally I thought this right here for repose was going to be where, hey, if I swap out her off the field, I put, you know, my healer, I'll put my sub DPS on the field, they stay on the field for more than 4 seconds, and then I swap her back, her incandescence is going to restore all 50. Watching other people play, seeing that, asking a couple questions, it did not. Everybody told me it did not work that way. It worked in the sense of no battle whatsoever, meaning that we escaped from battle and she is, you know, been switched out. It's going to, you know, restore to 50 condescents, but not in the middle of battle. And it's like, oh, well, then, no, I don't need this. And I'm waiting for Chang-Li. I want to at least have a copy of her. So, yeah, I pulled her for a second time. And, you know, this is what we got it at. I don't think it's necessary to actually, you know, summon 6 a character. I really don't think it is that necessary. Unless otherwise it is a character that you are generally interested in. Like, I'm going to say it like this. Chang-Li, if anything, reminded me a lot of, like I said before, of Millennia, Elden Ring. I love the character. It's an anime fighter. It's a fire type. I'm a fucking fire type motherfucker. I love fucking fire. I like burning shit. And there she is. And I said, when I saw her, this is like the woman of my fucking dreams. I love the big old mommy milkers. And I am going to go ahead and break the bank for her. Screw it. Day fucking one. I found the money. I went ahead. We summoned 6'd her day one. I put in the effort, and that's the thing. The thing is that I don't think you should be. I mean, you can be that type of whale. You can go ahead and whale out all the fucking characters you fucking want. I don't care. It's your money at the end of the day. But what I'm saying is that some characters, like Yao's coming and she's coming. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I overlooked their chain already. I'm just gonna summon. I'm just gonna get my free copy of Yao. I'm gonna play with him. I'm gonna see if I like him. And then I maybe might go for try to go for 2 dupes, and that's about it. I'm more interested in Zeishi and see what her accomplishments are going to be. And then, then I'm debating whether I'm even going to, use her that often on a team that's going to represent, okay, yeah, I need to get, 2 or 3 quality dupes on her in order to make her more useful on a team. But the way I'm looking at her right now is that I don't even think I need to do anything except summon her one damn time, and that she'll be perfectly good right then and there for me, for the team, because all I'm interested in is one thing in their kit, and that is the outro skill. That is all I am interested in. I'm not interested in anything else but to see her outro skill boost up my my characters. That's it. So she's gonna be kind of like Tao right here, where Tao's completely sitting on my team. She's not been built up. She's not being mid-max. She's not being anything else. She's just going to get a bunch of fucking echoes on her. That's just going to make her tanky, so that way when I swap like this, I'm getting the benefit of only one skill, which is the outro skill, and that's it. So what's the point of me wasting money? And it's the way I look at it. What's the point of me wasting money to summon, do a multiple summon dupes on her when I'm not really interested in the character, number one. Number 2, it's only going to be used for a single purpose. I rather, validate my cash flow, in a sense, to a character that I am going to generally be using a lot of times. Not just, I'm going to use it, just for a skill buff. If that's the case, then there's no point in summoning 6ing the character, right? There's no point in going ahead and summoning her 3 times and getting a 3rd buff when she's only going to do one job for me. So that's why, like I said, the idea is that you should, when you look at characters, okay? Unless, I'll say it like a fighting game, man. Unless you really like the character that much, you like its aesthetic, you like the way it plays, you're horny for it, like I am with Chang Li. Unless there's certain reasons why you should break the bank. I'm just gonna say, man. I'm just gonna say. Look at the skills. Look at the resonant core. Look at the resonant chain. Excuse me. Look at different things and put it in your head. Put in your head when you come into creating your teams. Where's that character going to line up at? Where's it going to line up at? And then come to your own conclusion when you're summoning for him or her, whatever character, when you're summoning for that character, come to your own fucking conclusion whether or not it's a character that's going to be useful enough for you on your teams explicitly, that is going to be a decent enough character to say, yeah, I need the additional dupes. Like I said, when it came to Chang Li, I had already read all of this prior to the fucking update. Like, GNC was still going on, everything. I was reading this prior, and I was coming up with the conclusion: do I really need this last skill? And you know what? I looked at it, said, if I want her to be a main DPS, I need this last skill. So yes, I have to summon 6'er to make her main DPS and make her damn good. But I can make this is my another main DPS, and it works just fine. I only got one one additional copy. It works perfectly fine. Yeah, it'd been great to go ahead and get the additional for Resident Team 20% attribute. You get the Purge of Light, the multiplier right here by 120%. Yeah, yeah, this would have been great, you know, increase 45, but I don't really like the character that much. I mean, she's cute, but she's not mommy. It doesn't make me horny. It's just a cool looking character when it fights. It's a light character, not my particular taste compared to this, but I do like playing it, and I did need another DPS. I said, fuck it. We'll just get one copy and be done. So again, just to shorten, make this video short and sweet and easy as possible. Always take a look at what teams you're looking at producing. Look at what the job of that character is, especially when it's a signature 5-star that's coming in that you're going to be pulling for. And first and foremost, debate whether or not you really want the character, or if it's a character you can skip. That's the first question you should be asking yourself. Number two, if you're, you know, if you're like me, you're like, I'm just gonna get a copy of each character at least. Again, take a look at the resonance chain. Before that character even comes on the banner, when the next update comes in, you'll be able to come here to gallery, crossing stars over here, and you'll see the characters show up on here in the future. For the 5 stars, you'll see them pop up right here. You'll see Zeishi and Yao pop up right here, and then you'll be able to click on the little the magnifying eyeglass, and you'll be able to go through all their skills, and then you'll be able to go through each one of the resonance chains, and then that can make you have a determination whether or not something in here is rather fucking amazing. That, yeah, you know what, I have to, for the team that I'm trying to build, I have to get it at this level in order to make it pop. And then that will help you also determine whether or not, you know, spending money, whether it's worth it, you know, stuff like that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the next 2 characters, I'm not really too interested in spending any money on them, really. I'm just probably gonna spend $100 to $200. In all honesty, I'm gonna fucking hit the banner for Zeishi, because we should be getting Yao for free. So when Zeishi comes on the banner, I'm just going to try to get her. I already know that's gonna be a 50-50. I don't have the pity for it. Hopefully I get it. See about pulling her. If we pull her, awesome, great, amazing. And I'm probably gonna leave her just like that. And I'll probably go ahead and summon for her weapon in particular, because that's gonna help benefit her any which way. And then again, just leave her be on the back burner. And future wise, when reruns and stuff comes in, if I debate that, you know, I was wrong at this time period, guess what? We summon again. So that's all I wanted to really get through and talk about, really. Nothing too drastic, nothing too major. Tell me what your thoughts is down below. How do you approach this? I'm a guy who wants to get each and every character, but my approach on determining whether that character is going to be significant or not on the team and what their abilities are is what determines to me whether or not I even want to bother building up that resonance chain. That's just what I'm saying. So if you like the content, all that good stuff, hit that subscribe button, okay? If you don't like the video and everything else, hit that damn dislike button for sure, and leave some criticism down below, because my God, we already know how many goddamn motherfuckers out there don't like the way I pronounce WutheringWaves. So in that case scenario, I'll leave you be. I hope that drink was good. I hope those chips are great, and I'll catch you in the next video. So see you on the flip side. Peace. God damn, the video froze. This is what happens when you try to do live editing. That's all I'm going to say.